Good evening, everyone, and welcome tonight to the update. We're back. Everything is good. I literally, and I apologize, I hate to be late. You guys typically realize I start exactly on time. I have control clocks, everything doing right. But just got back from the eye doctor yesterday, not able to be on due to my eye issues, keratoconus, but today had a good visit with the doctor. Things are in good shape, ready to roll back to Ukraine with my eyes through midsummer, and we're good and ready to roll. So thank you guys, appreciate your care and your concern. I will always try to post it in the community, although the community tab went a little crazy yesterday. I was trying to link a video and people were not getting the notification and all that jazz. So once again, for all the channels that you do support and our team effort here across communities to support Ukraine, make sure that you have those notifications on. Additionally, thank you for liking, sharing, commenting on the screen tonight. So tonight, there's all kind of things going to happen. It is Friday night flag raffle. So I'm going to start here and say welcome to all of you guys and thank you. I see the chat rolling. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you also for the comments that are afterwards, like tomorrow or something. You guys are doing an amazing job. Additionally, I've got 4 or 5 videos I'm going to be releasing over the next, maybe this weekend actually, with some translation, just little short ones and a little bit of analysis, like a 5-minute. But I'm trying to figure out what to call it. You know, Prof has like his 3 big stories and JP's got his Frontline update. And this is not the live. This is in addition to, because people are asking, Greg, can you put more content out? And I want to put more content out, but I want to do it professionally, and do it that's a service and worth seeing and working on and you guys sharing it. So I'm thinking it's going to be like 5 minutes. And so I don't know. Maybe you guys, if you have an idea, shoot me an email. Go to contact on gregterry.org and something. I need a title. I need a title for like a 5-minute update. So tonight, flag raffle, and what I'm doing right now, guys, because I have a graduation to go to, I am turning on the hour timer. You can see it in the upper right. I will do that though after I explain. In the description of the video, no, in the chat pinned or on the community tab pinned, there is a link. You're here watching, use the chat. You click that link. You guys, many of you are veterans by now. You register your email and name. Email never be shared, will be deleted, not shown, fixed all that. And at the end of this hour, I will spin a wheel, and whoever wins, I ship the flag to you. I got an email today, I think, that Roman Stingler received his flag, and I know others have. So here's the flag. Here's another one. You may ask, okay, Greg, how many of these flags did you get? I left 50 of these with Fish for a month. And I said, dude, do me something nice. And I think he hit it out of the park. So the drawing of Taras Shevchenko, Fish's autograph, a message about victory in the war, and the autograph of the author. This is done from the 0 line while on positions there fighting for Ukraine and fighting for you. So that's the raffle. You have the instructions, register once, and I'll spin the wheel. Here we go with the timer. Boom. That joker will count down. I'm going to have some guests tonight. I'm watching everything right now. They're not in here yet, but they will. We have a possibility of multiple guests. So thank you guys for being here. Let me get to the Dutch Lion. Welcome to becoming a crew member. Linda S. Australia, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Miro, with Swedish love there. Slav Ukraini, thank you. Holy Oblation, $2, thank you. Tracy Berry, £3 with how's it going? It's going good. Good report from the eye doctor overall, and graduation tonight. The gym is going great. As you guys, you haven't seen any doctor energy yet. It's going to be smoking when I get back into Ukraine. Adrian, thank you for buying the 20 coffees there for the fish. Come on, Adrian.
Slava Ukraini.
Oh, wow. B-Lady Apiary got my flag yesterday. So B-Lady, if you don't mind putting in the chat, tell people if you like your flag or not. So thank you for that. Yeah, I've got the gym energy now. It's on. Here's the B-Lady. Adrian, again, thank you for the 20 coffees. B-Lady. And look at the picture of her doing her B work. Got my flag. Emailed you yesterday. I will get to it and respond. Thank you, B-Lady. All right, guys, we're going to start with Peter. In fact, I think we may have a guest tonight. We'll see. We'll see. But let's start here.
Hi guys, it's that time of the month again. We're going back to the front, not back to the future, back to the front. This flag is very resplendent of the situation in Ukraine. Imagine that's a Ukrainian flag with those colors, but if you spill blood on it, the blue will become red. Yeah, anyway, if you add blood to it, this is what happens to the colors. And it's very sad, but it's necessary. Freedom is not free. We're off. We're going. We've got a long drive across the country, and just want to say love you all. Got a couple of days before we arrive there, but if you know anybody in the West, it's really time for us to start beating the drum really loudly for foreign military support. I'm not talking about weapons anymore. I believe that the time for Ukraine to fix this problem on their own with just weapon donations, I believe that time has come and gone. I truly do. If the world gave us everything now, I think we could do it. But a couple of months from now, I don't see it. The brigades are empty, as President Zelensky said, and we're matchsticks fighting against a giant. And we need a miracle. If you know anybody, if you've got any influence in the world, we need to start rallying support for military support. Soldiers, feet on the ground for Ukraine. That's my honest opinion, guys. Anyway, hasta la vista, out for now. See you on the other side.
So guys, there you have Peter, and I think we may have a shot at seeing Peter. Paul, I just saw your message there on WhatsApp. Man, I rolled in, so not able to fire that system over to you, but I'll keep an eye here on WhatsApp and appreciate all the mods. You guys are amazing, and we're only going to get better with some new stuff I've got coming. I saw it in the chat. Patch of the day, we're going to go with air defense. Vogyom, this is a sweet patch, huh? Now, this unit was, when I got this unit was down south. Really, really good unit. We supplied these guys and helped them, which means you supplied. Now, speaking about supply, tonight, we're at 54 minutes and 57 seconds. I'm hoping our guests will join sometime during that hour. Additionally, we have news, and I have a ton of video, and I'm watching the chat. If you're here and just joining, because I see the numbers have jumped up, thank you for liking. Thank you for all that you do, sharing, commenting, especially afterwards. But make sure you sign up for the flag raffle tonight. Somebody's going to win. Linda H., thank you for gifting those 5 memberships right there. And as of right now, we're up to 114 responses. It's a it's a free flag giveaway, battle flag, as you guys are watching. I'll show it again in just a few moments. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep going here now. Talking about what we do and helping people. Today we received an email. It might have been yesterday. Our office received an email about supporting and seeing it in action. And the person was very nice, and they've been supporting through our nonprofit on a direct link for giving, and that's on the website in the description for our nonprofit, connected directly to our nonprofit in Ukraine. And just message, you goes, thank you. I've been giving $100 a month, and I just like seeing the aid delivered. And it was such a nice one. I actually called the person back. I called them back and I said, you know what? Just want you to know we appreciate it. Thank you for your support. And, thank you for standing with us, because it's not easy to deliver aid. And I hate to say that, but you just heard Pete talking. It's not easy. There is a lot of regulation. There is a lot of red tape. It doesn't stop us. We're fighting for freedom. We're fighting for truth. We're fighting for our own children. We're fighting really for the future of the world, and we will fight do peremogo or until victory, but it is tough. So I just gave thanks and appreciation. You're very soon going to see those armored vehicles. We were doing more paperwork on those today with Zhenya and PK. It's quite complicated, but all is going well, and we thank you. With that said, tonight you're going to see some amazing things that are being donated and given because of you. And let's start with this one. Zhenya sent me this video in here, hand to hand.
Guys, from hands to hands.
Yeah.
Greg, you were reminding me 100 times.
Probably 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's done. You may mark it.
No audio here.
Опа. Все, давай туди, я зараз другу коробку. Давай. Мені треба, щоб номерів своїх не було. Давай. Ну і супер.
Guys.
Дякую. Я буду перекладати. Дякую величезне.
Thank you for everybody. Honestly, thank you.
Дуже дякую.
Це просто для всіх, і для наших, і для наших.
Thank you for years and hours and hours. Thank you for everybody.
Guys.
All right, so that is Zhenya there. Now, okay, let's get straight now. We're going to get straight. Okay? We are a 501c3 organization in the United States. We are not allowed, I'm stretching my fingers right there, to deliver things like you just saw. But Zhenya and I wanted to see it. You're going to see an in-depth on this on Johnny's channel. You're going to see an in-depth on this on Professor Gertis's channel. You say, well, what are you talking about? I'll show you. Okay. There's so many legal regulations. Like, we have lawyers on both sides in Ukraine, in the United States, and we make sure that we're trying to, of course, be legal and have the best reputation and do what is right. So it's, we have to do it the right way. So I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to pause it again. RC William, Colorado Springs. Awesome. So take a peek, and I will pause it. Then maybe we'll get a comment from somebody else here. All right. Let's go back.
From hands to hands.
So, of course, trauma shears,
Yeah.
medical supplies, etc.
Greg, you were reminding me 100 times.
This is 3rd Assault Brigade.
Probably
2nd Rifle Battalion.
1,000 times.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's done. You may mark it.
All right, here we go. Boop. Okay. I'll hold it there for a second. Okay. You got it? Everybody got it? Boxes
Опа.
and boxes.
Все, давай туди, я зараз другу коробку. Давай.
Those are
Мені
all
треба, щоб номерів твоїх
boxes,
не було видно.
birds. We call it Project Eyes in the
Super.
Sky.
Guys.
So
Дякую. Я буду перекладати.
there you have it. Look who I found in here. Good job, buddy.
Hey,
Hey, it's
Hello.
Flag Friday.
yeah, Flag Friday.
Yeah. So I've shown a video of Pete, and we may have somebody else join us here shortly. I also have shown some hand-to-hand delivery there. And tonight we're running a clock. I have a graduation to go to. So for 48 minutes and 15 seconds, we're spinning the wheel to see who wins the flag. As of right now, we are up to 134 entries. Keep them coming, guys. Going to be awesome in your opportunity to win a Frontline signed flag from Fish and his team. So we've handed off those eyes in the sky, yes?
Yes, it's good stuff. If you park your car in the wrong place and you forgot where you parked it, it's easy to.
You can put that in the air and go locate it. I got you. Let's do
And
this.
etc. You can transport a bottle of water to one who needs it. And yes, I've sent you the other video as well.
I've got
so-
it. Hang on. We're just going to do
Have you
that.
seen it?
Hang on. Dunk on you 23, Michael Jordan. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. DJC Canada. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. KP Canadian $2. Hey, everyone. Have you tried the new feature? $2. KP Canadian 5. Sorry, Greg. Ignore this. Just trying to trigger a new feature. KP, thank you for that. And if there is a new feature, just type it into the chat without a super chat, and Paul will see your message and put it into my WhatsApp because I'm watching a different screen. I've got so many videos tonight to share with you guys over the next 46 minutes and get commentary about them from Zhenya and yourself as we interact. So whatever that is, for sure, we want to trigger it and have some fun with all features. So 46 minutes, 30 seconds left. Now,
Guys, thank you for your. Hey guys, thank you for nice comments. Good humor.
Yes. We've got the best, man.
Awesome.
Petra Olsen, Sweden, 129. Money for cigarettes. No problem. I'll buy Pete some. I'm trying to make him quit, but I can't. So we'll get Pete some. You want evac tank. Let's do that one.
Okay.
Is that the one you want?
No, the evac tank.
You want your
No,
drive?
I would like to get some comments from you about that the street
Okay, here we go,
of
guys.
destroyed village.
Here we go, guys. Why?
And
Bye-bye.
okay, I didn't send this video before to Greg. I wanted for him would see it first time, and as well for you when you will be watching it. This is the one side of one street of one of the big village. I would say like small town.
Hold on. Petra,
And-
forget. Sorry.
yes.
I've got somebody quitting smoking, and now I'm buying cigarettes for Pete. Petra, I just saw Paul's message. I forgot. You're quitting smoking and donating that money. Yeah. We're not buying Pete any cigarettes. None. We're gonna buy him supplies to help him. Okay, back to you, Zhenya. Pethra, forgive me. Is
Yeah,
this village or town in the south or the east?
it's on the east, and it's on the road from Kharkiv to Slavensk.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna watch
And
this all
just
together.
yes, and think people like you'll be watching. It was just a short time ago. It was a people's life. It was private farms. It was gardens. It was a place where they were resting, and some grandmas were inviting grandchildren to visit, and so on. Think about that, and I want to get some comments from Greg.
Okay. Susie Q. Yes, they do have rub like Vicks. Yes, they do. All right. Here we go, guys.
And your comments and the people's comments in the
All
chat.
right. Be watching the
Your
chat.
thoughts about that.
Here you go, guys. This is video for you. Nobody has seen this. Fresh. 43 minutes until we draw for the flag. This is Zhenya driving. This is the Barry Mundy talisman thing with him sitting in the window. And this is unseen video being released tonight.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Слава Україні!
You wanted my comments. What I would tell people is, of course, I've seen that before. I haven't seen that street. I haven't been on that street. But what I can tell you is just take Zhenya's video there and then multiply it 1,000 or 10,000 times over. And that's what's in Ukraine. I was watching the chat and watching that at the same time. And people's comments were really good. You know, horrific. I actually saw Galina in there from Ukraine talking about, and these are the people that came to rescue us and to liberate us, and this is what they have brought. And then there was quite a few comments. There's really not much you can comment. It's horrible, but it's reality. The red flowers poking through the fence was indicative of what that street used to look like, and it would have been beautiful. And this is why, guys, Keith Kane is saying it right in the chat right now. This is why our support of these heroes is so important, and we will not stop. Even though right now it's a challenge. It's a big challenge. Goose Springsteen with the 20 super chat. Let me find him. He says, let me get it because you need to answer this, Zhenya. Papa Dutch first for the $2. Thank you. And I'm learning the super chat feature. Are you guys referring to, you can see the comments under the super chat? Yeah, we're going to figure, this is nice, real nice. Goose Springsteen, Zhenya, question for you. Is there a clear class divide in Ukraine regarding who serves? I have a very good friend who works in television in Kyiv, and there are lots of guys making, I guess, television or TV, technical, I don't know, working in Kyiv instead of fighting. I don't blame them, but it seems unsustainable for Ukraine to keep going this way, needing soldiers. How's the draft going? That's the question.
Yeah, I got it. Before I will answer that, I want to finish just give one comment to the video we've seen.
Please.
Every time when the people outside, even in Ukraine, and outside of Ukraine, hearing the name of the village, the place, the town, the city, every time, like Krasnogorivka, big place, much more than, or like any. It doesn't, has this personal connection. Like you do not link it to some houses, buildings, and the families. But in reality, every village you hear, you read in the news, in updates, it's like that. Were Russians coming? This is if they are leaving. This is the picture what they bring to Ukraine. This is their freedom, and this is like they got to this place, and you see now it's open. Like they said, okay, if we will be ready for negotiations, we will start from the how much land we took. And if you remember, more than 2 years ago, they were commenting, we do not need Ukrainian land. And now it's open, and much more will be open, which is like they're covering now. So please think about that picture. Keep this picture, this video in your mind. Like this is what Russia brings. This is when you hear about Ukraine, I mean people leaving Vovchansk, think about the same way that place, people who had, this great possibility to live in the right time, they survived. The ones who couldn't, they were killed.
Our buddy Pierre,
and it was
our buddy Pierre's in the chat. He asks, "Is it Kamyanka?"
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes, Pierre.
Yeah, one or two. There is two places like that. Maybe Kamenka.
Okay, so
I don't
let's
remember.
do this. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
You mentioned,
and
we think about the famous places, okay, but every village is this way. On towns you do not know, villages you've never heard of, families, schools, infrastructure. Here's some fresh look out of Chasiv Yar today. Fresh look. This is Russian drones reporting back. You can see the tank just went. Okay, you guys need to see. This is the best one I've ever seen to explain to you guys what I've tried to explain. Zhenya and I have talked with people many times who tells us personally they watched the tanks just go and just shoot buildings that are even destroyed. Watch very closely on this video here and you'll see it. It's gone and we just continue to destroy. Watch. Watch the tank turn left and just shooting already homes that are gone. Right in the middle of the screen. To the right now. Do y'all see the systematic method of that? They're completely aimed and in control. That, guys, is Chasiv Yar. That video coming out today. Okay. And then we'll get back to this topic, Zhenya. Hold. Here's Vovchansk today.
Okay.
We're here, Vovchansk. And you know, guys, Vovchansk has only been in the news for the last 10 days. Look what's happened. Gone. Jacob, it's nonstop. Let me interview you now as Ukrainian. As you just answer me on this one. As a Ukrainian, how does that make you feel when you look at your cities like that?
It makes me mad and
That's
sad.
what I wanted to hear. Makes me mad.
Makes me mad and sad. It's the same. Like every day now it's 3 times a day here. I'm still in Kiev because of my situation with my knee, and 3 times a day we have no power regularly. Like disconnected, no electricity. Like 3-4 hours every time. It's like sometimes it can be 8 hours, 9 hours a day. We have no electricity. The freezer, it's not enough to keep the food in the freezer in a good condition. Sometimes it's summer, and we plus to eat non-stop, and many times like during the day we have the air alarms with went off, and at the same time we're getting news from the front lines, what's going on there, and we're having news from international news with okay, that country promised to help with that system, they said no. That country didn't find support of the fourth country to support Ukraine. This is why Ukraine will not get any help. And why we have a rhetoric on a main channel, news channel, that Russia is easily and freely saying, okay, negotiations possibly only, we will start it from the fact we have, how much land we got. This is so we will start from that moment. Why the world still didn't unconnect Russia from SWIFT? Why Russia is not isolated? Why there are tourists everywhere in the world? Why, while Ukrainians are dying because of the Russian business with other countries? It's unfair.
Let's do this, guys.
It's unfair.
Let's do this. 30 minutes to go. You guys make sure.
And mobilization.
Mobilization. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
I'm staying on the clock today. I'm gonna keep us moving because I have a graduation to go to. Guys, if you have not signed up in the raffle for the free giveaway tonight, Zhenya's going to be on here with us when we give it away. One time, go to the pinned link in the description. And autographed Frontline battle flag here from Fish. Make sure you sign up, and we'll spin the wheel when that clock hits 0. Now, you're talking about Russia. Let's just look at a couple of videos here. And you're talking about the world response to Russia and all of that. Let's do first Lavrov talking about Western weapons and targets. Here we go. Foreign Minister Lavrov.
They talked there for a very long time about what they do not encourage. Then they said that they do not allow it. Then again, they advise not to use it. But in fact, they are waging war against us. American weapons have already been used against a variety of targets beyond the conflict zone. So the fact that the Americans are trying to make some reassuring statements for their public opinion or for NATO members, or to show that a decision has not yet been made, is, in my opinion, all tricks. We can conclude from this that American and other Western weapons are striking targets on Russian territory, primarily civilian infrastructure and residential areas. So that's on their conscience.
So there you have it, Zhenya, and that's what you're talking about. Additionally, you were talking about SWIFT, and included in that, we can openly talk about sanctions and who's doing business with who. And we're also going to hit the narrative where the world thinks Russia's army is weak. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a moment. But first, I do see you guys in the chat saying, hey, I think our likes and comments are bringing more people in the stream. For sure they are, and thank you guys for that. Deeply appreciated. So here's Putin talking about sanctions today. Now remember, Putin was just in China, and we're not analyzing this. This is Friday Flag Day. A lot of video, and Zhenya's in here, and maybe some others in a minute. Friday Flag Day. But Vladimir Putin last night landed in Minsk, Belarus at 11-something p.m., went straight to a first meeting at midnight, basically, where they welcomed and all of this jazz. In fact, I can show you that video too. But just 2 days talking about China, talking about Iran, talking about Belarus, talking about war, talking about Ukraine, talking about cooperating together, talking about sanctions. And here is Vova on sanctions.
In regard to what we call sanctions, more of them have been imposed on Russia than on anyone else in the world. They've led to 16,000 different ones, which have certainly created some problems, no doubt. We see and feel them. But they've also opened up certain opportunities for us to develop where we've previously lost competencies. We are now restoring them at a swift pace, and where they didn't exist and we needed them, we've created them. To create them in the most efficient manner, of course, is to unite our efforts. One of our main tasks is to seek these areas, seeking these directions of collaboration to create the synergy we all need.
And there's the circle. So the thing is, let me ask you this question. Is Russia responding quicker to the situation in the war in Ukraine and their economics faster than the world is supplying Ukraine and supporting Ukraine? Is it happening quicker from the Russian side? Their adjustments. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, completely, and not only okay, let's take the 2014, the situation with Ukrainian and Russian economy. I mean, and then let's take 2022, the same. They were preparing, they made huge oil contracts worldwide right before. They made countries to pay them, and they were using and continue doing it for buying and paying for their missiles, which were using like to killing us Ukraine.
Hold on, I gotta fix one thing. I got a man in here. Sorry, I had the wrong video there. 1 second, we're gonna fix it. 1 second. Take that off. There we go. JP.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. All right, Zhenya, keep going.
Yeah, so like My thought, mobilization, with the two words, couple words. Not easy situation. We had chaos in our country, and this full invasion showed much more chaos we had, and we fixed it. So we fixed it one by one area. We tried to fix everything. Yes, and Russia and pro-Russian people inside of Ukraine, they trying to use this crisis situation and, let's say, the weak areas including the mobilization area. They trying to use it to, I mean, to bring more tension inside of Ukraine in society. So, but it's open question of the reservation, let's say, and how to classify. I mean, how you call it, to have this special, let's say, groups of people or businesses which has this right to, we call it, reserve their people from mobilization. And yes, there is a fight inside of Ukraine about that, and we don't know. We try to fix it. It's, let's say, it's not easy. It's not a simple question, but we fight it. Like, and at this moment, as a fact, in some big areas, some big places, cities, like regional centers, it's already a lack of public bus drivers, and it was confirmed by mayors of these cities because of mobilization. And at the same time, in some areas, let's say concerts and so on, too much people are having fun. So, like, it's a question we work on. But coming back to the situation in general, and you've seen Vovchansk now, you've seen Chasiv Yar, and you know these moments in a story, in a history, when the hurricanes were smashing one place or other, and the whole world would come.
Yes.
And now it's not a hurricane, it's a man creating, dictator creating a genocide. And it's live. And it's,
I think I hear Oscar. Keep going.
and it's and people watching it, and the question why Putin has this, let's say, boldness to say to the whole world, hey, international laws don't care. We're taking Ukrainian land, and at the moment we'll start negotiations. It will be the fact we got the land. Why? Where is those leaders, the world leaders, who will say, "Hey, from this moment, I'm giving 2 weeks to Putin to stop their aggression, take Russian invaders out, occupants out of Ukraine, and in 2 weeks, if not, 100%, everything we can help, it will be going to Ukraine. Missiles, tanks, it will be Ukrainian soldiers, okay, or our guys will be training more and more. We will send 20,000, 100,000 professional militaries for training Ukrainians. Don't care about the numbers. It wasn't initiated by us. Putin, okay, where is those leaders who will be saying something equally to Putin? Saying, hey, and where is that leader, president, who will be ready to say something like Putin? Hey, the world, you hear? From this moment, Russia in our cooperation, Russia will be blocked. Our country will be blocked. Our everything, economy will be blocked. Russia, until Russia restore everything it was crashed in Ukraine, will pay all the price, and he's getting it from the name of my nation. Because we are not the one who will be closing eyes and pretending we see nothing. We see nothing.
Johnny, before you got in here, so tonight is free flag raffle. In 19 minutes, we're going to be giving away the flag. And I had invited Johnny, I had invited Prof, and we may have another one jump in here. In fact, I tell you what, folks, we're just going to go ahead and do this right now.
I have to apologise for the sound of my children. They have got 3 other boys over, so there's 5 boys.
Oh, hey, have a
literally
party.
About
have a
3
party.
meters
Everything
just
is
over
good.
there. Having a
We're going to
sleepover.
do this now, and let's see here. Sorry, let me do this. I am producing on the fly here. And we're going to do that. Peter.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm late, guys. Thanks for having me. Dobry wieczór. Moja z Ukrainy. Hello, Zhenya. Hi, Greg. Hi, Professor Godis. Hi, Galina. Hey, Blackie, Lucy, come here. Come here. Come here. Hi, guys. Sorry, I'm walking the dog. Johnny Pierce is here. Where? Yeah. Oh, hey, Johnny. Hello, brother. Sorry. It's a crazy evening.
Hello there. It's okay, because earlier on I was Pete the medic, and now I'm Professor Gerdis, and I'm just having a bit of a crisis of identity here.
Well, sorry the bottom. Let's do this, Pete. I showed your video earlier. Johnny's here. Zhenya in 17 minutes. And Pete, you only stay as long as you can, and you leave. No problem. Yeah. It's nice for you to be here. We're going to be giving away the fish flag tonight for free. But we were showing, and I'll get both of your comments on this. Johnny will go to Pete first since his time is very limited. We've shown tonight the destruction that is along the entire front. We've shown small villages. We've shown Chasiv Yar. We've shown Vovchansk. And it's video from right now. And it's very difficult. I showed your video earlier, Pete, you had sent me. So we'll go to you first. Thanks. Time's critical. Okay. Time is critical right now. Is that yay or nay?
Absolutely. I believe we're at a breaking point, man. There are a dozen reasons I could give you, but time is absolutely critical. I'm feeling like, and I've had a few chats about this with a few people who are in the know, and nothing's changing. Nothing is changing. Things are getting very rapidly worse out here. Galina is constantly in blackouts in Odessa. Kharkiv is in blackouts. They're targeting massive infrastructure. I'm talking about power infrastructure. You know, one of these days we're going to have a massive humanitarian crisis. To answer your question, massively, a 1 billion% yes. We're at a critical point. And I'm sorry, but it's because this weapons was delayed so long. Russia have gained such a stronghold on their lands, and we're struggling. And Russia are very powerful at the moment, powerfully dug in, shall I say? Powerfully dug in. This is my opinion, gents.
Johnny,
ladies.
Yeah, I have a bit of a different opinion, and of course, take it for what it is, because I'm just sitting and not experiencing what you're experiencing. But my understanding is one that looks forward to what situation both sides are in. And at the moment, as terrible as it is in certain places for the Ukrainians, when I look to the next 6 months plus, I see that there is aid coming through, and that aid is somewhat sustainable. So there are longer term packages coming through. There are countries that are putting in 3 to 5 year plans, etc., etc. That Europe is ramping up production of artillery ammunition. It is fairly slowly, but it's being done at a leisurely pace. But actually, you compare that to where Russia are. So the question you have to ask is, why has Putin just been to China? Why is Putin just about to go again to North Korea? So from the big picture point of view, I think Russia are not in a very good position at all. I think they are struggling for their own mobilization. They are not nationally mobilizing, but they are getting a load of people from, I saw the Chinese mercenary that was just interviewed, well, not interviewed, he did a whole video of his experience experiences, and the amount of people he was talking about that were not Russians. So there were Cubans, Indians, all sorts of foreign people that are being used by the Russians. I think the Russians are not in a good position, and they are going to be operating at the max, right? So their industrial capacity for weapons making is going to be maxed out. And so, like, although things are really bad in certain places and the energy infrastructure is definitely a massive worry, I think if the US change their rules on whether weapons can be used across the border, I am starting to feel a little better for Ukraine. And I think Russia are not making the gains. Like Kharkiv at the moment, they have slowed down, and the latest is that the Ukrainians are pushing them back a bit. So,
But Johnny,
wow.
I completely agree with what you're saying there, but you miss the whole slice of the pie that the two guys on the other side understand.
yeah.
Ukraine doesn't have any soldiers, brother. There's nobody to
Yeah,
shoot
yeah, no,
the missile. There's nobody
I
to
know.
shoot the artillery. The brigades are emptied. The troops are killed, and Russia is not weak. That's the lie of the world propaganda, and that's what they want you to think. They don't have anything. They don't have any supplies. They're using Nepalese. That's to their advantage, not disadvantage, because they haven't mobilized their Western Russian population. That will be much different. So we can sit here and hope. We can hope, but dude, there's no people there. And if there's no power, you can't do anything.
And I did talk about this today, where I was saying, like, if they nationally mobilise, then it's a whole different kettle of fish, right? That's a whole different situation. Yes. But without nationally mobilising the Russians, that is, I think that the Ukrainians, when you look at the damage that has been done by ATACMS, if they can continue those strikes, like, they've lost 3 S300, S400 batteries in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, right? The Russians can't replace them like that. That is serious ability to defend entire areas. Like, Crimea is now fundamentally weak to be attacked by missiles and drones. Novorossiysk, I think, is going to be hit soon. So I get where the weaknesses are for Ukraine, and they need boots on the ground. Obviously, they do. Ukraine are on their knees, right? But I think Russia are only just a little bit above them, and they are in many ways on their knees as well.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's go to Zhenya and just get his thoughts.
And maybe Pete will get it more.
Yeah,
but 2014 February, and let's take January and December, but our people were fighting against attempts of Yanukovych to bring Russian system into Ukraine. We stood against it, and people on Maidan were fighting with the sticks, wooden sticks, and the shields. And 100 of that guys were killed. The best people, right there on Maidan by Russian snipers. February 2014. Now the best people are dying. The best potential people, I mean, in the world. Real warriors, real people who are not experiencing fear across of Russia. Not their strays. They're being bold, saying, okay, we have, not maybe sticks, but we have AK, old stuff. With that moment, 2014, what has happened right after Maidan, when the Crimea were annexed against of all international laws? What world made? Seriously, nothing. And that time our guys, it was the start with the sticks and the shields. Nobody were killing each other with AK in 2014 on Maidan. But Russia used it. The same now. The best people fighting and dying, being bold and strong, and the best people having not enough everything. And it's, we can continue year and year counting, but the potential of Ukrainian reservation, the potential how much Ukraine may reserve, and Russia are too crazy, too different. We cannot compare, and we cannot. Okay, then Ukrainian soldiers, let's give them one more AK. No, it doesn't work. If not, whole world not will come together. I don't want to. What kind of things it may happen? Maybe Pete may add.
Pete,
Yes, sir.
let me do this. There was a question in here, and then I think this is just going to help it. So, Johnny, I understand completely the logic there.
I agree with John. If
You're
we
much
get the
more of an
attack,
expert than I am on geopolitics and stretching out. My concern is, are we going to have the soldiers? They're going to need boots on the ground to facilitate that stuff. And that's my concern.
Yeah.
The 6-month delay for weapons, like you can hear Zhenya's heart bleeding.
Yeah.
Dude, we've lost
That,
so many
that
heroes.
6-7 months, that 6-7 months was an absolute travesty, and it still makes me angry, like makes my blood boil. So I agree.
Yeah, I know you do. It's we're on the same page. It's just the analysis where you have the weapons and you have the support and you have the money. But unfortunately, we can't buy boots. And I mean that very respectfully. We can't buy soldiers. We can't mass produce soldiers. And I've had so many of my friends killed or wounded, and Zhenya has had dozens and dozens, if not hundreds more than me, killed and wounded, and Pete has had thousands killed and wounded, and we know where troops are being rotated from one position to another, and I'm just logically going, we need some troops, Peter.
Yeah. Troops are desperate, and I think they are coming, but it's like always too late, isn't it? Mobilization is picking up, but it is like 7 months too late on that front. But the thing, sorry, before Pete says something, I just want to say I don't think it's a coincidence that it's come out today that Putin is talking about a ceasefire, right? He would only do that if it's to the benefit of Vladimir Putin, for the benefit of Russia. So therefore, like, I think Russians are feeling it a bit at the moment, to the point where this is now a good time for them to seek for negotiations. And I know it'll be tough on a lot of people whose lives will be on the line here, but this is where Ukraine needs to actually look at the bigger picture and start turning the screw. If they can hit refineries, if they can hit those bases from a distance, it's all about distance munitions, missiles, drones.
Agreed.
100% agree with Johnny there. We need Germany needs to please step up and deliver those Taurus missiles, and Ukraine needs to hit Russian infrastructure where it hurts. For every refinery of ours they hit, we need to hit 2 of these. For every hospital, 2 of theirs. For every school, 2 of theirs. It has to go this way, and it needs to happen yesterday, boys.
Yes.
It's and Macron, President Macron, I'm pleading with this man. You made a suggestion the other day you were going to send troops to Ukraine. Freaking heck! I know the boys out here are tired. I know they are strong. I know they are willing. One of these days, somebody's going to catch us by surprise if we are not careful, and if we don't have we need boots and we need these long-range weapons. I completely agree with Johnny there.
Pete, I know that you're not afraid, okay? Zhenya and I have both been with you on the very front. Johnny has met you right off the front. Are you more nervous now going to your positions than you were, say, a year ago?
Yeah,
truthfully, now tell the truth.
Excuse my French. Absolutely, I'm scared. It feels much more. Listen, I felt the size of the brigades dwindling. I can feel it. I can see it. It's noticeable. And when they're sending specialized units in to hold lines, this is usually reserved for infantry. I'm not saying this is across the board, but I've experienced this kind of thing. I also need to mind my words here, but boys, it's not. I'm not giving away any military secrets here. Zelensky said it the other day. The brigades are almost empty. So I'm just going to echo my boss's words. I'm telling you, it's come on, man. The world needs to. You know what? I was thinking about this tonight. If somebody's house gets burgled and there are bad men coming through the front door, what happens? You gather your husband, you gather the baseball bat, and you go there and you charge. And if somebody's house gets burgled, yeah, and there's nobody home, you gather as many people as you can and you go and defend that person's house. And then if it's not enough people, you go get some more people. You don't sit around and have meetings and conferences and things to decide, oh shit, what are we going to do about my son's house that is being burgled, or my mother's house that's being burgled, or the family inside that's been tortured and raped and abducted and never to be seen again, and their children gone, identities erased. Did we sit around and discuss it, or do we go and help? Ukraine is a peaceful nation, for God's sake, man. Wow, there's so many preconditions of everything that we do, yet Russia has got carte blanche to come in here and bomb us willy-nilly as they flipping.
Yeah,
And well, it's because they've got nuclear missiles. That's why. I mean,
This
people are
is the
just
biggest.
desperately
Sorry,
scared of
Johnny.
that.
I believe that's the biggest BS on earth. Russia will never use. Look at. Sorry, they do have nukes, Johnny, but it's the biggest hoax on planet Earth. Russia will never use them because of mutually assured destruction. The world needs to get out of their cotton, their little cotton socks box. Russia will never use nukes. It's a big stick that he wags to try and threaten us. We need to acknowledge Russia will never use nukes. We need to send everybody here now and give him the proverbial finger. He's a coward. He bombed Poland several months ago. Was it a year ago? He's done it twice. Oh, sorry, my missiles went into Poland by mistake. He was doing it to test us. And what did we do? Nothing. There was a bomb that landed in Romania some time ago. What did we do? Nothing.
Is great. Go, JP.
It's interesting that you mentioned Poland, because Poland's an interesting one, because you're starting to see Russia do some things that I don't think are very clever for Russia to do. So Donald Tusk came out the other day and said it's likely, his words were, it's likely that Russia was behind burning down an entire shopping mall. Right. And when you start having tangible things taking place in Poland, where the Prime Minister is saying that Russia was responsible, you are starting to get permission. Russia are giving permission to Poland to do bigger things to support Ukraine. So Poland are supposedly at the moment discussing whether they can use their missiles to defend Ukraine in the west. So to use their sort of patriots near the border. Now, if Russia are going to do stupid things like burn down shopping malls in Poland, then that is just going to give ammunition for Donald Tusk to make a decision that is to the benefit of Ukraine. So.
Well, here's the bottom line. Listen,
go on.
Pete, here's the bottom line. Guys that are watching right now, you have 4 wonderful lovers of Ukraine, 1 Ukrainian, 1 Zesu Ukrainian adopted, a 3rd Ukrainian adopted, a Great Britain legend adopted Ukrainian that's run the front line with us. Guys, we love Ukraine. Do not misunderstand anything in this conversation, but you're getting good insight tonight from like Johnny's analytical view, Zhenya's work on the whole front line, Pete on the zero line, all of our work, and coming together, you're starting to get a clear picture. So for me, like when Putin talks about negotiation, he's not going to negotiate. Okay, what he wants is he's just playing chess.
Never.
He just wants to get the world thinking about negotiation so he can build more missiles and more artillery and make more deals with more nations and destroy more of Ukraine meter by meter while the world is sitting around in Switzerland going, well, I wonder if he really wants to negotiate. And he gets another month.
Yes.
It's
He's
so
a master tactician. He's a master tactician. Don't listen to a word that comes out of that criminal's mouth.
He's a
the
chess
devil.
player.
He's the devil personified. You are dealing with Satan there, boys. You cannot listen to a word that comes out of his mouth. He's the most silver-tongued person on earth in the world.
I was reading a book recently that was recounting a meeting between Zelensky and Putin in 2019. I think it's the only meeting they've had face to face. And there was someone who was looking on a meeting that was saying Putin doesn't know how to negotiate. Like his activity in a meeting was so. You've got to understand that Putin has never had anyone tell him no in his own government for 20 years, right? So he's a dictator. So he can do what he likes. So even if there was a moment of doing negotiations, he doesn't know how to compromise. He would just be like, I've only ever experienced getting my own way. And if I don't get my own way, I'm just going to threaten you, because that's what I do back in Russia. And that's what I've done my entire life. So I think negotiation with Putin, you're on a hiding to nothing, really.
Guys, let me interject here. What a wonderful panel for our hour. Tonight is the Free Flag Raffle. As you can see, Pete is at the gas station, stopping to come on air live with us for a few moments while he's in a caravan. I know he's in a caravan or a convoy. Zhenya is at his home in Kyiv right now with medical treatment, hoping his power stays on. And Johnny is there taking time away from his family tonight to come on, and we just communicate about this. So please understand, the war's difficult right now. Nobody's giving up, but there are a lot of things that need to happen pronto to assist Ukraine, because they are heroes and they're the best of the best. Now, with that said, 1 minute call. If you haven't signed up for the flag raffle, go to the pinned link in my description, put your name and email in. Email will not be shared. I'm going to spin the wheel in 1 minute, give the flag away, and get these boys on their way. Look at Pete smiling there. Here we go. The 1 minute countdown has started. No, that's an hour. Hold on. We got to do it this way. Now we have a 1 minute. Okay, we're going to 59. We're going to 59. We have the 1 minute that way. So, Zhenya, your turn, buddy.
Okay, I want one comment on the previous topic. Yes, I understand, and most of Ukrainians understand. Putin will be, as Johnny Pierce said, he may throw it and check, or like who was the Pete, he may be throwing and checking the world. What kind of feedback he will hear, but he was doing it in 2021, 2022, before invasion.
Yeah.
He was doing it.
Yeah.
He was playing this game. And what kind of answer? And what did I mean? Now should be someone, the other player, equal, better player, who will be freely
Lucy,
playing that game. I mean, seriously, on that level. I mean, like, not historical leader, but these days leader. Being bold now, not in the past, but now, these days.
Thank you. Amen to that. Completely. Be bold now. While we still have something of an army left, let us work together. Let us finish this.
Johnny?
Otherwise, we won't be asking for weapons. We'll be asking for humanitarian rescue on a biblical scale. Yep. Then you're going to see Europe.
We're going to come to you, Pete, to close out. Johnny, let's go to you while I get the wheel spin ready.
Yeah, so
there you are.
I like the way I look at things is trying to take the really big picture, because I know as soon as you zoom into places like the Serebyansky Forest or Avdiivka or Krasnohorivka, things are crap and things are terrible for soldiers on the front line. But interestingly, they're also crap for Russians. So the Russians will be feeling this as well, by the way. And it is really interesting hearing the Chinese mercenary talk about his experiences and saying there are just dead bodies everywhere. Every basement is dead bodies. They're rotting. The smell is terrible. It's like the drones are everywhere. The Ukrainians just have drones on us the whole time. And and his experience is really fascinating. Just half an hour of listening to a guy who's telling you how it is, and obviously he's a mercenary and has no kind of moral dynamic there that I would agree with. But it just, it's like I keep saying, I think Ukraine are on their knees and they're desperate for people. But I think Russia are on their knees in a similar way. But of course, they're a bigger nation on their knees, and Ukraine. So they started off like this up here, where Russia was above Ukraine, and a much bigger nation, much bigger army, much bigger everything. And as 2 years have gone on, it's gone like this, where both sides are just getting attrited. And so both sides are now down here, but Russia still has the advantage, right? In the same way they did at the beginning. But now Ukraine are on their knees and Russia are on their knees, but just both of them are being hammered.
I think I'm sticking with my man, Peter Pavel. I've stuck with him since 18 months ago when he made the speech.
Had a motorbike crash today, though. Bit of a motorbike crash. He had a motorbike crash.
Yeah, I saw that. But I just think he nailed it 18 months ago when he said by November 2024 we will know where the war's going. He's looking to potentially be prophetic, and you guys are getting to watch Asta in action right there in Ukraine. Zhenya, I'll go to you while I get the wheel ready to spin. Yeah.
Guys and girls, I have to love you.
Okay, hold on. Pete's got to go. Huh?
I've got to go. Blackie, Lucy, come. Guys,
go.
Love you and leave you. My last word is to Europe and America. Please don't leave us at the altar. I love you guys. Please don't abandon us at the altar. God bless everybody. I got to go.
Be safe, buddy.
Lucy, come. Blackie, come.
Love you, Peter.
Come. Cheers, guys. I love you. Good luck with the raffle.
Take care, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, boys and girls. God bless you all. Thanks for supporting Ukraine. I love you. Beautiful team, all of you. Ciao for now.
Yeah, ciao. All right, awesome. Zhenya, I'm going to put the raffle in this box here. Go ahead.
Okay. Telling how bad Russia feels when I will see their Belgorod, their Rostov, in a situation how we have Mariupol, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and the other places, and when they will be drafting back, and they were where their people will be living, and so on. Then maybe, and when with Ukraine will be country who will be sending no limits weapons with no limiting, like North Korea are not limiting of using, or Iran, how far Russia may use their missiles into Ukraine or on Russian territory. No, there are other countries supplying Russia to destroy Ukraine on Ukrainian territory. And we need more. We need that. And Johnny, if you're absolutely right, we really need that to take these limits off. But I wanted to use this minute, guys. Thank you very much that you are standing with Ukraine, and for the super chat and for your activity and support. Without you, situation will be much, much, much worse.
Yes, and I gave the super chats earlier. Let me get these and we'll spin the wheel. And I've got to get to a graduation. Papa Dutch, the $2, that was earlier. Now imagine one of those houses is yours. Good thing to think about there. Aussie T, say good day. Susie Q, 20, use at your discretion. We will. The B-Lady Apiary. Johnny, you may be able to answer this. What about the old Morrison and Anderson shelters used in the UK during World War II? Would those help?
So these were these quite small bomb shelters that were kind of almost prefab type things that were built in people's back gardens and whatnot. I mean, goodness, anything helps, but I don't think when it comes to a Carb 500 bomb, something like that would be able to help. I mean, the challenge for the Ukrainians is, and I don't know whether they've there are claims that they've taken out 6 Su-25s or similar aircraft, mainly along the Eastern Front just in May. And I think the Ukrainians are working really hard to try and solve the problem of these guided glide bombs. But it's in the north where they're able to hit Kharkiv city.
Yes.
That you've just got to be able to hit those airfields to take out the airfields with ATACMS into Russia. You start doing that, Russia suddenly Russia are in trouble. Like one of the biggest components of their success in Avdiivka and in Kharkiv and in all these places is the ability to throw those bombs down on Ukrainian lines, and there's nothing you can do about the size of those bombs. You can't, they take out trenches, they take out dugouts, they take out HQs and whatever. So
they take out nine-story buildings.
Yeah, and it's just hit the airfields. So make as many attack drones as possible.
The combination with that is the arrival of F-16s, which can push those planes back, which are dropping the glide bombs in. So once again, we're back to the same conversation. We need the stuff. And it's the same.
Yeah, and it should have happened like a year ago.
Yes, and because of that delay, it's hurting us right now. It's not over. It's not the end, but it's put us down a step right now. And can Ukraine recover from it? Absolutely. Are they going to recover from it? Yes. Is it going to be difficult? Absolutely. But we're not quitting or giving up. But due to the delay, it put us in a hole.
My mate was in the UK, had a training thing today, met a Ukrainian woman at the training thing, and she said, I know people who are hiding back at home, scared to go out because they know they're going to be taken in by the recruitment crews going around. And it's like, because, and I was explaining to him, like, if you were, like, that's breaking the law. If you were a criminal, you would be expected to be rounded up and put into a van if you're out having broken the law, right? It's the same thing with mobilization. If you're a draft evader, so listen, there are just a lot of Ukrainians who are evading draft.
Next week, everybody in here right now, 532 watching live for the raffle. Thank you for participating. I promise you right now, everybody, I'm promising you, and Zhenya's promising you, even though he doesn't know it. Next week, we will do a special video about mobilization and explain it to the world so they understand. Okay? Next week, on one of the nights, Zhenya will be with me, and it will be all about mobilization, and you guys will understand exactly what's happening, because it is difficult. What Johnny was describing does happen, but there's so many layers to it. We need to understand it, and we'll do that together next week. Be ready for it. Goose Springsteen, just to clarify, £5, talking about TV film industry. Yes, correct. Listen, it's a big deal. Even Goncharenko was talking about it. We're making movies. We're doing this. We're doing that when we should be fighting for our country. UTV and Ham gifted 5 memberships. Reb Tyree gifted 5 memberships. Holy Oblation gifting a membership. iBag gifting a membership. LWD Farm member for 3 months. Oh, this has been sitting here. Good. Glad you used it. KP would love Pete's reaction to be sorry, just saw it. We will get it for you. Leather Cat. Oh, sorry. I'll get that for you too, Leather Cat. I'm sure he did get a chance to show your mom the painting. Elaine Crossland, 20 Canadians. Slava Ukraini, standing with Ukraine until victory. Yes. Parks White, New Zealand, 1698. Welcome, my Kiwi friend, Slava Ukraini from New Zealand. Simon Townend, what a lineup tonight. Yeah, great people that love Ukraine and are working our rears off for it. Holy Oblation, I'm sorry, but it's time for escalation. We, the world, need to. $5. Goose Springsteen, £5, asking for negotiations benefits Putin because it makes the West hesitate about escalation and could delay vital aid decisions. That's a part of the chess game. Fru, Kartoffeln, $10. Needs to be a flood of people, equipment, no limits on strikes, humanitarian power production, and supplies ASAP. Sorry, I can't be there in person, but will support with money as I can. 1,000,000% agree. We need a push on all avenues. Agreed with JP. Javier agreeing with you, JP. €11.99. Russia talking about ceasefire. Russia changing defense minister. Russia purging its military structure. Gazprom crashing. Reporting severe labor shortages. Ukraine will win this war. It's absolutely vital points. Absolutely. I can't disagree with those things. It's just, where are we at in the game? And I do not minimize it by saying game. I'm comparing it to a chess game. Miriam gifting 10 memberships. Prepper Nation, I so enjoy the nights I can watch the live stream. You guys are on fire. Prepper Nation H, $20. SSW Custom Sewing, $2. Free Azov, free Ukrainian children, 1,000,000% agree. Now, let me go to this.
Look, mate, can I just say, look, Greg, I just want to say for my Kiwi friends out there, look, cuz, look, mean choice, mate. Just putting on my best New Zealand accent, and really appreciate all the Kiwi support we're getting here, eh? Look, I want to say one thing. I'm a big fan of Dave Dobbin. I do like there's a great song called Loyal. I like that. I like Fur Patrol, Lydia. That's another great song. Look, I'm a big fan of the Kiwis here. Just please, some big love to you guys. Thanks. Mean choice.
Johnny, have you been drinking wine tonight?
Just a little bit.
Nice Kiwi, buddy. That was beautiful. I love New Zealand. I actually want to go to New Zealand and go hunting some of the red stag there.
My favorite country on earth.
Johnny, you want to go hunting with me in New Zealand?
Yeah, I've got my Kiwi greenstone, just to let you know. I go hunting, I don't know, bears. I can hunt bears pretty well.
Johnny, let me ask you a question, and you can only answer yes or no.
7.
And I've got to go. I've got to go to a graduation. We'll go spin the wheel and say congratulations.
Okay.
You've got to answer yes or no. Did you hold a gun in Ukraine?
Sorry?
Did you hold a gun in Ukraine?
I heard you. There was. I've got. There's a bit.
No. Yes or no? Did you hold a gun?
I might have done.
Thank you. It's
so
over. Let's spin the wheel.
I was in the back of the battle bus with Pierre, and he handed me a backpack, and was like, "Look in there. I've got this on one of my videos." And I'm like, I'm opening it, thinking, "Oh, what's he got in here? Has he got me a packed lunch or something?" And there's a freaking gun there. I'm like, "What? What's?" Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. You can see in the bottom right screen here, this is our wheel of names. All of you guys are in here. I've transferred it while everybody's been talking. Thank you and good luck to all of you tonight. Number of winners, 1. Animation, we're going to do wheel of names, max 1 winner. And this week we're going to go to, let's see here. Let's go Misty Morning, because we're believing for a new morning and a new arising and a fresh start supporting Ukraine to victory. How about that? We're going Misty Morning. All the winners are potential are down here on the wheel. I'm going to spin the wheel here, and she's a spinning, guys. 8 seconds of spin. 8 seconds of spin, and then I'll bring the page up. We have a winner, and it is Paul Gilbert. Congratulations,
nice.
Paul Gilbert.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Congratulations, Paul Gilbert. JP, thank you. Thanks to Johnny. Thanks to Pete. Paul Gilbert, I see you in chats many places, so well-deserved. I will email you and get your preferred mailing address, and we'll get that out to you. Thank you so much. And thank all of you. Next Friday, another Flag Day. Going to be awesome. So, JP?
Can I just say one thing about New Zealand again? One of my sisters lives in New Zealand, and she's married to a former triple gold medal Commonwealth Games gold medal winner who was a weightlifter back in the day. So there you go. That's my claim to New Zealand fame.
My claim to New Zealand fame is I've never been there. I've read about it a lot on Wikipedia, watched some videos. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful place, and one day I'd like to visit it. Zhenya, how about you? You want to go to New Zealand one day?
Let's do it, guys.
I would like.
All right, guys. Thank you for being here tonight. I've got to roll to a graduation. Zhenya needs to go to sleep, and Johnny needs one more glass.
Sleep. Beauty sleep. Yeah. Well done, Paul Gilbert.
Yeah, congratulations, Paul Gilbert. Good night to you guys, and let's do this one tonight. We'll let Johnny do Slava Ukraina, get him Slava, and Zhenya and I will do our outro. How about that?
Slava Ukraini.
Get him Slava. A good night to all.
To all, a good night.
Slava Ukraini!